This is 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Egosa Agbonlao. Welcoming you to this week's edition of the program. It promises to be exciting, promises to be educative. It also promises to be enlightening. You must spend your 60 minutes with us on the program today. Okay, I have very distinguished personalities with me today to dissect the topic that we have. I have with me Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Nice to have you with us today. Okay, I also have with us a very renowned clergyman who represents the youths all the time, Apostle Casey Chukwu. Nice to have you on the program.
My pleasure. Good afternoon, everybody.
Okay, we also have with us Efosa Toy. He is the chairman of the Palm Produce Association at Edo State, but he prefers to be referred to as a farmer. So he's a farmer and a youth leader. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we are looking at the state of the nation, and looking at the state of the nation, a lot is embedded in that topic. We'll just do our best to dissect, some of the issues bedeviling the nation. We'll look at the dwindling welfare of citizens. So many Nigerians are really complaining, and how do we come out of this imbroglio? How do we come out of this myriad of challenges bedeviling Nigeria? Well, my guest will do justice to that. And we'll just get started with Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Yes, you are a leader amongst the clergy, and you lead flocks. That's what I'm trying to talk about. You superintend over congregations. So we have the youths, we have the elderly, we have women, we have children. Now, what is your take on the dwindling fortunes of Nigeria, the dwindling welfare? It is believed that the standard of living has deteriorated. Prices skyrocket, a lot of problems with food items and all of that. So what's your take on all of this?
Thank you very much, viewers. God bless you. Let me just go straight to the point. We Nigerians, we are just living by grace. The saving grace we have today is that Nigeria is a praying nation. If what is happening to us now, or what has been happening to us as Nigerians, happened to some other country, it would be war by now. But because Nigeria is a praying nation, and by the grace of God is keeping us. But the truth, it must be said, that we are suffering and smiling. And that's why it pains me when I hear a presidential candidate of a political party saying that they want to continuity. And I begin to ask, continue what? You want to continue, you want us to continue the way we are living our life now, that it is difficult for many persons, many Nigerians to feed. Sir, Nigeria is faced with serious hunger. There is serious starvation. Like I used to say here that even those who are working, their take-home cannot take care of them. Because now, if you have 100,000 as a Nigerian, your 100,000 is like 5,000. Because of, the way the economy, the way things are going. But it's so painful that, we have a problem. Instead of the people, our leaders, those who are leading us to agree that we have a problem, they are still telling us that, social government, social administration, this and that. That's why the other day I said, if it was possible for them to take us back to where they met us, it would have been better. Because I remember before this present federal government came, bag of rice was not to 9,000, and now it's over 30-something thousand. Now, if you are telling us that the previous government is the one, they are the one that spoiled the whole system, and now we are not begging if it's possible for them to take us back to
where. It's not possible. Inflationary measures.
You get it now.
Yeah,
now, my opening remark is that we are just living by the grace of God, because there is so much hunger in the land. Nigerians are not smiling, and if you check, Nigerians are not lazy people. but Nigerians are not smiling. That's why when Nigeria leave this country, go and find out other countries of the world. They are, you know, if for example, people bid for an employment outside the country, a white man, for example, in some part of Europe now, and they want to do employment, they want to employ people, white people, bid for employment, and Nigeria, they will prefer to employ in Nigeria because they know that these people will work and they are ready to work. We are not lazy people, but the administration has really failed us. There is serious hunger. Like I said, we are just living by grace. Okay, it's just the grace of God that is helping us.
Okay, thank you for your opening remarks. You've just actually highlighted the plight of Nigerians because of your interaction with Nigerians. You know where it hurts. Apostle Kesi Chukwu, yes, there was a time, the issue of COVID, and that's one of the reasons most leaders attribute the worsening economic situation, the dwindling fortunes of citizens, that, you know, COVID affected them, a lot of problems. Nigeria is, in short, from the latest report we have, they're almost exceeding their borrowing limit, you know. So a lot is happening. Now, what's your take on this current problem?
Well, if the government is putting blame on COVID, they are big liars. COVID did not affect anything in Nigeria.
No, COVID did. Even other nations.
Well, according to your statistics, but we who are in, we know what happened. So they should stop using that as an excuse. Our government are wicked. One of the most wicked set of people I've ever met in my life are the government.
And we have to interject. We'll not allow you to use such words.
Okay. Do you know that you are richer than Nigeria?
Apostle Kesi, you know why I will not allow that? You know, we don't want you to attack.
No, we are not attacking them, but we are letting them know how they have dealt with us in this country.
You can highlight the problems, the ills of society,
yes,
but don't just attack. Because the essence of this program is to mold the society. So I want
before you mold the society, you have to feel their pain. You have to feel the pain. Do you know that you sitting down here, you are richer than the full Nigeria?
I'm not.
You are. Let Nigeria pay their debt. Now, all the debt Nigeria is, or you discover that there is nothing like 5,000 naira in Nigeria accounts. You are richer than Nigeria. As we speak now, you are richer than Nigeria. If you ask the government to pay the debt Nigeria is owing now, you discover that there will be not up to 5,000 naira in the account of Nigeria. So you are richer than Nigeria. Why will they not be crying? Why will there not be corruption everywhere? Do you know that sometimes I find it difficult to even go to fast food? If I want to go and buy something of 3,000 naira, I end up spending almost 10,000 because everybody there, they are begging for money. This one will come and meet you. This one will come and meet you. Everybody employed there, they are begging because a citizen of Nigeria, a pay worker, you are not allowed to give birth to a child in Nigeria. If you are in this country and you are working under the Nigerian government, you automatically, they are telling you, don't give birth to any child. Remain single. You and your wife, you should be managing like that. Because if you give birth to your child, they are paying you 30,000 or 35,000 naira. How much is baby food? Baby food is 26,000 naira in a month. How will that man pay NEPA bill? How will that man meet up to some certain expectation in life? He will not buy clothes. He will not buy fuel generator. No light, nothing. So Nigerian government has decided to punish the citizen, and we will reply in 2023. That's my opening mark. In 2023, we will make them understand how we feel and what they have been doing to us. You just see somebody today, he's a local government chairman. Before you know, he's building mansion, building hotel, doing this one. The teacher who have been teaching in the school for more than 10 years, 20 years, barely pay for one room self-contained. In this same country, one person is eating the money. Look at our ancestors that died. Every day he keep generating money for us. Anytime Nigeria need money like this, it just go to the grave of Abacha and cry there. Abacha will call people in abroad. Please, the money inside the account, please release off for Nigeria. They will go there. Oh God. Okay. They will go there and take. And this money that Abacha loot that they keep recovering. As I speak to you now, Nigeria government cannot even give account how that money is being spent. Nobody is benefiting from it. One person sat down in the wet of this nation and they start eating it and they are comfortable. The only time you see government react is when you have to do with them, when you have to temper with their own salary. Look at bandit has been killed. They didn't respond until they attack somewhere in Abuja. All of them started shouting, Buhari must go, Buhari must go. Because they don't love the common citizen. They just want everybody to perish. If they want to share the money, let them share it and drive everybody away.
Thank you, Apostle Casey. We'll come back to you. But I must quickly make this point explicit. Apostle Casey Chukwu was amongst the youths who were involved in the last EndSARS protest. So you must understand that he's very emotional. And he has been speaking using innuendos. You know, I'm not richer than Nigeria. That's not what he meant. I actually need help. But what he's trying to say is that most Nigerians, if the indebtedness of Nigeria is cleared, that Nigeria will need to borrow again. In other words, only God knows what will be in Nigeria's account. So if you have just 5,000 in your account, you might smile. That's what he's trying to say. He's using innuendo. So please do not misunderstand his comments on this program. But must also state that the comments of my guests are their personal opinions and does not reflect that of the station. We have with us a farmer, a man, a chairman of Farm Produce Association of Nigeria, Edo State Chapter, Efosa Atoy. Efosa Atoy. Now, what is your take on, because if Nigerians can afford food, which you people, your association produce, I don't think they'll be complaining. Some Nigerians are also complaining that they can't even afford food. So what's your take on the state of the nation, the welfare of citizens?
Anyway, my opening remark on this issue is very clear. We are just still at the half of the journey. We've not seen the worst yet, because some of us are still in the bush, in the farm. When insecurity eventually stopped us finally from accessing our farm, then I don't think some of us here will have the energy to vent our anger the way we are saying it now. But first and foremost, I will say this. We are here today because somebody paid a price and made it very possible for we to tell Nigerians how we feel, and this is the best way the next generation would learn from what we are passing through. It did not start today, but I will say this. As a government is not a being. A government is an institution. And we here, if we are given that same opportunity, are we going to do something different? The question or the answer is no. Because we all, 8 years ago, we say Baba. We believe from what we know him for, he will come and do it. But just this year, during the primaries, we now discover that his own hands are often tied. And people who believe spent money to put him there has been cutting the short. And if, as the party that is ruling today said, let it be free and fair, and the candidate they brought forward is what they have as their best, then you will now know that we've not identified the problem we have. But let us go to the issue of why there is hunger in the land. The thing, it does not start now. Some of the money they are saying they borrowed. We are not going to the days we cried here during the former political party, it was you can't hold anybody accountable. We saw when a minister in that cabinet celebrated birthday on air, a flight was chartered. We saw all these things, and we should not overflog the issue. At that direction, at that period, by now, I don't think we'll have a nation again. But when we said no, there will be a change, the change came, and we all know what happened. 70% of the people in today's government are from the old government. They will change their shirt. I keep on saying it. It happened in this state. And before I will give this, I will say this. First, I will thank our father who is celebrating his birthday today. And in this month, I'm sorry I don't have COVID in this month. And I will also thank Mr. Governor. He changed the Ministry of Agric, our natural resources, to food security. He saw it. There are 3 governors who I believe has ruled in this state, which I will respect. One is our late father Ogbomudia. The second is Ali. And the last one who has vision is this present governor. The problem this governor, I believe, is facing now, I'm talking based on the area I'm into, farming. The governor has opened everywhere. He has made things available for we to make sure that there is food in Edo, so that the nation will come to Edo. But I'll tell you this. Those who have a mindset are not only frustrating themselves, they are delaying the process. I'll tell you, they are doing auditing now, and many things is happening. But for the governor, land he has released, money he paid his quota fund, release, people should plant. There are so many people now doing fishery, poultry, and all that. And me here, standing here, I'm one of the benefactors. Land has been issued to me. Even preparing of land is still in the process. We are begging that the youth should come. But the way things are now, I will tell you, last time there were no hope, but today there is hope, and the dream is now coming. Before I came in here, people came to my office to say, look, we want to go into farming. How do we go? And if that continues in the next 2-3 months, I will tell you, there will be enough food. Food is not expensive. I want to correct that impression. There are people who are called middlemen into this food chain. Till today, a cow today, a good cow is about 400 or something. They will tell you it's diesel, it's transportation. But let me tell you, if you remove all the middlemen, you can still get a good cow for 190, 200. And why we are saying all these things is because the right person have not been given a chance to complement all what we are facing. Nigeria as a nation, we have intellectuals. But if you don't know how to lie, they will lie you out. And that is where I believe we as citizens should come out and get this person. Don't forget if it's this party, not party. Can he really deliver, so that when we tackle this issue of hunger? You are saying you will go and spend 3,000. Eventually you spend 10,000. Not because they want to beg. But the truth is that, as the Benin way, Eraza, Erepo, Erobo, at the end of it all,
the Benin must explain that.
The Benin is a Benin language. He said, it's not in the bank, it's not in the ATM, it's not in the purse, it's not in my hand, and there is hunger. So what will I do? I'll go by the way of begging. And when these things is not happening, people are not seeing the security threat. It's not the Boko Haram. Hunger is a deadly thing that you cannot hit. We were thinking it's the north. When you go to the north, as you are eating, you see the amajiri, they will come, you leave the food, they will eat and go. Now, we don't have an amajiri here now. We have those who are worse than amajiri, because when you come as you go into any eatery, you just see everybody there. If you eat, you don't buy for them, forget it. Either as you are going, they will tell you like this, they will obtain you. But when you come, you say, are you not eating? Are you not drinking? Please eat, drink. You forget about yourself, because you're already in the den. Then you bail yourself and you go out. This is the situation we have now.
We'll come back
Thank
to you.
very
We'll come
much.
back to you. But we'll just take a break now. After this break, my guest will continue to dissect the topic that we have for you today. Okay, so we are looking at dwindling welfare of citizens, state of the nation. My guests have been able to highlight some of the ills of the society, some of the challenges bedeviling the nation. But while we look at the problems, we must also look at the way out. Now, let's get the thoughts of Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Now, there are so many problems, so many problems. How do we actually, for instance, the Abacha loot that was mentioned, the Attorney General recently addressed the nation and informed us that they have earmarked some projects. Second Niger Bridge will be part of it. And some other projects that they intend to use that money for. Some road projects were mentioned. But now, how do we take Nigeria to this doldrum? Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
When I hear that they have a mark on the project they are going to use the money for, it is sad and shameful. Because sometimes, you know, when you begin to repeat one thing and we are not seeing result, what do you expect us to do? The way forward, one, is for us as Nigerians to, one, pray and thank God for the survivor. Like, you know, Apostle said, 2023.
Yeah.
If you look at
That's the election year.
election.
We're all looking forward to the election year.
It has to begin now, because if you look at what is happening now, there's already an indices that this government, they can't do anything anymore. All we need to just pray now is to thank God first for the preservation so far, and thank God and pray for Nigeria not to collapse more than it is now, because everything is not working. I told you when I started that we are living by grace. The way forward is for us to prepare towards the 2023 general election. And the other time I came here, I said what Nigeria need now is a thought force. And thank God the Lord has answered our prayer. Because like Mr. Atoy said, for me and for many of us, there is no difference between the ruling party and the former party.
No campaigns allowed here. I hope
I
you're not going
understand.
to get there. Yes.
They are all the same. It's just like changing clothes, but the same human being. Now, if we are expecting this government to fix Nigeria, if they couldn't fix Nigeria, we were not expecting everything to be Eldorado. But at least we should be seeing A or B, C, if it's power, if it's road, if it's economy, at least. But if you look at all the area, insecurity everywhere. In short, this institution, all the parastatals, things are going well. Look at our brothers and sisters, the children. They are at home.
Okay, the students.
The students, they are at home.
Strike. Yeah,
yes. Now, all we need to do now, because if you look at it now, the youth already have a hope. There's a hope. Now, that's why we must pray for the hope of the youth not to be tempered with. Because what will come later will not be good. Because that, and like you said, we are not campaigning.
Yeah, no campaigns.
Now,
yes.
We should just prepare and pray and prepare for 2023. That is
okay,
the
now
way
that
forward.
2023, you must advise the voters. The problem of
This time,
cash for votes and all of that.
Yes,
Yes, you must quickly advise
the
them.
truth is this. I used to hear that some people are saying, we are going to spend money, we are going to do this. What happened in those state governorship election will take place, will happen in 2023. Money will fail. And like I said, some people will collect money, but many people, because even the political parties, if you go and carry out research, many of their members are already fed up. Because we all go to the same market. You know, many of them, the way forward now is to prepare for 2023, because the government we have now, I'm talking about the federal government now, from all indication, from all we have seen, there is no going to be headway. It is story. They will continue to tell us. They have told us this story for 7 years and a half. Now, all we need to do now is to pray. And I am, you know, like I used to tell people, I said, don't believe, you know, don't allow anybody deceive you to tell you that, 2023 election, your vote will not count. I said, why are they sharing money? Why are they giving money? Because they know that they know your vote will count. That if they give you money, you vote, it will count. Therefore, you know, the truth is this, sir. I will continue to say this. Nigerian have been deceived, and we will not be deceived anymore. Our eyes are open now. Now, 2023 is a year that God has given us Nigerians opportunity to decide whether we want a better Nigeria, whether we want things to improve. Like Mr. Atoy said, it's not just only the government. Many of us will have problem to ourselves. All this unionism is also causing problem. For example, it is not the government too that increase the prices of some of these commodities. You get it now? Now when we are, that's why the prayer we should also pray now, sir, we have too many cabals in Nigeria. There are people, that's why you see the present, our president now, President Muhammadu Buhari, he's, you know, it was not how he was seeing it from outside. Now, he now discovered that the people that are supposed to stand with him are even the one fighting him. Sir, I have to tell you the truth. That's why we need to pray. That's why too many of us are scared of some political parties now. Because we have so many cabal that I discovered. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, no matter how good you are, if you belong to this political party, because of the cabal there, they will cripple you. It's just like you are in a church. I'm by God's grace, I'm a senior pastor of the church, and no matter how gifted, no matter intelligent, no matter the dream or the plan of a sessional leader, if I don't, you know, if I don't allow him to function, he will have a problem. Because many a times, all his plan may end up in my table. You get it now? Or, for example, you have those who are working with you, who are frustrating your effort. Sir, it is not just the president, he's not our major problem. We have a lot of people, sir, in this nation, in different communities, that are making sure that the system, is it the government that is selling land, one land for 3 persons? No. Even all these people, do you know some people, even those who are selling garri in the market, they are happy to double the price, forgetting that people, common man, it is not the governor, even those who are in power, it's not their money they are spending. Is it like all these prices of goods and commodity triple? It is not the government. The only challenge is that, the government would have played a role to say, okay, no, this thing should it continue like
price
this?
Control.
Price control, like you said. Now that is the thing. Now we should not just put our mind on the government alone, sir. There are many Nigerians that are not in government, that out of wickedness, that is also frustrating people like us.
Thank you.
Therefore, that's why I talked about we need to pray, so that all the structures of all these, cabals in different areas, there are people that is making sure that power is not restored, so that they can be selling generator. It's true.
Okay.
There are people who are making sure, who are doing, things to make sure that there is insecurity, because each time there is insecurity, money that is being voted, it enters their pocket. Nigeria has money, sir. Just like 5 politicians, those who have looted this nation, if they collect money from them, the government collect money from them, it's enough for us to clear whatever we are doing as Nigerians.
Thank you. Apostle Casey, what's the way out? So many problems bedeviling Nigeria. What's the way out?
Well, why bringing the way out? Just please permit me to celebrate a great legend, the Esama of Benin. Number one way out, let the federal government go and meet Esama. How were you able to employ youth? He have one of the most highest employers in Edo State, even across Nigeria. Single man, remove poverty from some people's hand. People who has no job, I go to some of his company, I see people he has employed, people he has helped to remove. If the government is behaving like the Esama of Benin, do you think that everybody will not have work? So that is it. I want to say congratulations, happy birthday to him. Number one, my father here and my brother here said we should not blame the government. What?
Should not blame the government.
Don't blame the government.
No,
we should not just shift the problem.
We should shift everything to them.
No, but there are some people creating
problems,
and they are not in government.
No, sir. We should shift everything to them. What do you have to tell me that a president whose entourage was attacked, he says not aware that it was attacked? A president where someone was killed during your visit to your own state, you say you are not even aware of what happened. How will that government know if something is not going well in Nigeria? Ask very well. There's no problem that have come, and you ask him, you say he's not aware. Dollar went up, he says he's not aware. This one is not aware. This one, and you say we should not blame him. Everything happening, we should blame him. Look at Governor Obaseki. When you want to see a man who want to better the life of people, you will know from distance. You will know. I have my son who worked with the governor, SSA, with the governor. He came to meet me. He said that did not the verse and the culture. I said that. He said my body they finish. I say how? He said no free money for Obaseki government. He said you must work put. He said before with the stay house they collect money. I look at it and say, good, this is a plus. He worked for it and he's being paid. These are what the government should be doing. You are saying that the money they're channeling to second Niger bridge. When Yaradua came, they did not approve it, release money for the same project. When Goodluck came, he released money for the same project. When the president came, he released money for the same project, and yet it's not even yet completed. And they are still saying they want to use the money there to complete it. Lagos, there's no motorable road in any of this nation. From here to Lagos is a problem. Do you know that if you want to travel to Lagos now by land is 40 million? Are you aware?
No. How do you know?
By land from Benin to Lagos or Benin to Abuja is 40 million. But if you want to use flight, it's 80,000 or 70,000. Because if you travel through land, if there are people catch you there, because if they don't have van with the people who are kidnapping people on the road, if they catch you, you have to pay 40 million to release yourself. And you say our government are nothing. Let the president come to Edo State today. 2 days you will see security men everywhere. They care about themselves. So they are looting, or they don't even have the mind of making sure that this country will work. How will somebody put a railway station from Abuja to another country? What happened to Abuja to Edo State to Lagos? When you see government that has sympathy for the people, you will know. Government, they don't care about anybody. So we should put this blame upon them. The way out. 2023 is coming. We will reply them like I said. Our anger, they already know. They know we are angry. They know we are not happy with them. In 2023, any youth who said his conscience, let the curse be upon that youth, because Nigeria, the common man, has suffered enough. Me, I may not suffer because God has helped me, but there are people who are still suffering till today. It's for us to put the right people in power. Just like when the governor employ you, he makes sure he monitor you. Go to government house and collect contract now.
Which government house?
Governor Obaseki.
Okay.
Go there and collect contract now. Say because he know me, he will give me the contract. Who dash monkey banana? You will not get it. You will get it due process. He will give you the contract. There's nothing that is free. Our president, we have worked something. They will not come and ask them, why is this project not completed? Why have they not done this? Why have they not done that? Okay, look at now. Make life easy. You are carrying people 90% to other country. I'm talking about Niger Delta, about the oil. Now Nigeria government woke up with all the security we have. What happened to the police? What happened to civil defense? What happened to soldiers? What happened to air force? They went and give it to a civilian to be guiding the government property. A civilian to be guiding. And you expect the Nigerians to be happy that someone is being, look at the money that is being paid to one man to guide our oil pipeline. And you don't know the problem that thing is already causing in the Niger Delta. So our government should wake up. They should start correcting their error. Anybody who want to campaign in 2023, you must point out the error of this government. That is when we know you are ready. You will not come here and tell us any story or pretend so that you can have the will of the president in your backup. We will not agree. So the best way is let us vote the right people, the people we know that will deliver.
Thank you very much, Apostle Kesi Chukwu. Very emotional. But we must also say that the federal government, the MD of NNPC, also cleared the air on that.
You will always defend it.
The contract that was given to Tompolo, surveillance of pipelines and all that. Nigeria is losing so much to oil theft. Nigeria is supposed to gain from the ongoing fights or war between Russia and Ukraine because it affected the supply of oil. But Nigeria is having a lot of problems because of oil theft. So they need to fix that problem. And they have explained that part of the measures to fix that problem, that contract was awarded. But we'll continue to monitor that development. Okay, Fosa, yes, what's the way out? Because you have itemized a lot of problems. Yeah. What's the way? A quick one, yes.
When it comes to me, it's always quick. What I want to say is this. Let me start from this contract. One thing we should understand, we should speak like Nigerians. We should not look at it is about the south, the north, the east, the west. No. For that surveillance, that contract, if it's from the Fulani extraction.
No, I don't want to mention any tribe.
Sorry.
Yes.
If it's another a person that was given that, I will tell you this. If you see yourself in a leadership position, you understand as a leader, you accommodate everybody. That contract alone will stabilize and prove those who are doing sharp practices. Let me tell you before now, the badges, the kind of millions of barrels of oil that they said is missing right in the sea. And the Naval Commander Operation said, with the figure the NNPC said is missing. Let me tell you how many barges we remove it. He said then all the waters will be filled with ships. Then you will now ask the question, how did this oil now vanish? That will tell you there are sharp practices in there. They are selling and they are not giving record. This is the rot in the system. Now they are saying they want to put surveillance. Are you aware that we have a depot in Benin here? Whenever they pump fuel from Warri through the pipeline, all the coasts, all the communities, they start breaking all the pipes. People are stealing, when they steal from Nigeria, from the asset of this nation, they will say it's a national cake. People will come and say, I want loan for farming. As you give them, they'll say it's a national cake.
They will not farm, is that what you mean?
They will not farm, they will divert the money. Let me tell you this. We are expecting 2023, it will come and it will go. It will be a peaceful year because Nigerians have decided. Now, let me tell you, the three major, what you call it, 3 force, second force, let me tell you, there is no force in Edo State. We have a leader, a governor. If anybody comes out now and he said he wants to freeze this country, let me tell you this. First and foremost, Nigerians are not exposed to the extent that they will use their money to fight for the cause of this nation. And if that education, that awareness is not there, the people who will give that awareness is the people who have the largest number now, who are faithful but not believers. They go to the church. You have the highest numbers. If you get them and let them know, look, the economy is bad, don't pay tithe again. Don't do any offering. Just come, let us pray. The prayers we are praying now, when we are growing, crusade, they don't do offering. But any garden now, even burial now, they do offering. That is where we'll stop the bleeding. Because the bleeding is not from the central bank. The bleeding is from the person in the street.
First, I thought I have to cut in here.
You will cut me.
I have to cut
you
in
will
here.
cut me.
Yes, we'll invite you again. But let's quickly, your closing remark, Dr. Evis, a quick one.
Let me quickly say this.
Yes.
When I didn't say the government shouldn't be blamed.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is we should not just put the whole blame on the president, for example,
Yes,
alone.
yes.
Because I have not heard that all the representatives from the senators, the House of Rep member, they are not getting their monthly money. Okay. Now, all those people we send to represent us, that's why 2023 election should be of, it should not be party level. It should be, voting for an individual that have a capacity. Now, what I'm trying to portray is this. Look at it. Now, outside the government, just like the station now we are talking about, and we thank God for Chief Dr. Osawari Benedion, who God has used to, to come out with this establishment and so many others. Now, you see, he's not working here. People are working here. Now, do you know that the people that are working here is even making things better? Assuming the management here and working against it, there will not be ITV. Yeah. That is the point. Now, we have our own role to play, because it is not just the government, because the governor or the president cannot be everywhere. We agree that, in a large share, the president, the leader have a role to play. We should also ask ourselves a question. All these leaders, House of Rep members, like I said, the senators, all of them, the governor, they are still collecting allocation. You are talking about those states now. What about other governors who are collecting allocation and they are not using it? And everybody said the president. We agree that there is a lacuna.
Thank you very much.
Now, in other words, my conclusion is that we should change and we should do the right thing.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Dr. Evis. I want to thank Apostle Casey. You were very emotional today.
Don't thank me.
You made your point. And I must thank Fosa.
This should have had part two, because if a man is doing the work of a navy, so they should stop paying navy, and all the navy should go home.
Okay,
so that
we'll think of part two. But was that Fosa toy? Wonderful comment. He said it is happening in Edo. The model in Edo State government house that is turning Edo State round for the good can be emulated by other states. On that note, I say thanks for being a part, and I also thank my viewer for your time, spending your 60 minutes with us. My name is Egosa Agbalao. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.